Yo, guys, it has been a long and tiring day. I am exhausted, and as I go through my roster, I realize that I have done guides on damn near all of my epics. And I just realized now, actually, there are two that I haven't done. There is Bizarro and Star Sapphire. I'm not gonna do hers until I get her up to rank 5, just to be on the safe side. Let me come over here and double check what's going on. All right, trying to make sure chat is up. Oh, nope, that's wrong. All right, so then I was thinking maybe do one on Freeze and Cheetah because I think they were good and have some good utility. Every once in a while I break out Freeze. I don't really deal with Cheetah as much anymore because her main thing was the turn meter manipulation. I would like to do a guide on already did Captain Cole on Black Canary, and someone did mention, I did see it, Clayface. I have literally done all of these that are level 1 mostly. I've just been using their frags to rank up epics, so I don't have any of them developed. Don't even ask me about the rare. So I could theoretically just plop her in to level link. I was looking at the gear before. And I am still of the mindset, I'm not sure what I would want to do in terms of like testing, if I should just strip away all of their stuff. But at the same time with Cheetah, you're really not bringing her for damage. She does do bleeds, that's nice, but you're not bringing her for damage. But yeah, so I'm not sure. And then I want to do Dark Dimension because I got back to that one area where I was stuck. And I did figure out something. So maybe I'll do Dark Dimension Part 3. We look at that real quick, like just finishing that thing off. And then there's another Dark Dimension that I would start, but maybe I don't do that on stream or on a video. Let's get back over there. Let's see. It would be, I think people want the guides more, right? As opposed to these walkthroughs. Wait, what? Wait, cancel. What is this about? Oh yeah, this is where I got to last time, I believe. Yeah, so I fought the Robin here, and there's one more chest over there that I haven't gotten yet that has like just this stuff. It's more about completing this level than getting that little bit of crap. And it's also about the markets and showing this thing off. Where I had the algorithmic power and I didn't understand what was going on at first. Now I understand that. I am really debating here. Do we want to do guides or do we want to finish off Digital Dimension? You know what? I'll do them both, but what order should we go in? Let's do the guides. Oh my God, I'm trying to shake the day off too. I should have probably waited another little bit before I got started because my brain is like fried right now. Deep breaths. It's not like anything like bad or namely bad happened. It was just like work. A lot of stuff going on. A lot. Anyway. And my brain is tired of thinking in those. All right, so what we will do is people want the guides, I think, more than the walkthroughs. If you guys debate it, put it in the comment section. The chat's open, but like, put it in the comment section. I'll even make note of it at the beginning. I think I'll start with Cheetah, so that way I can take her out immediately, and then by the time I get done streaming, I can put like Star Sapphire in there. And I know I'm confusing those names a lot. I'm sorry. All right, so let's start off with Cheetah. That'll be fun. Let's start off with Cheetah. I feel like I want like a soda or something. All right, here we go. Start recording. And 3, 2. There are a couple of elite that I think rise to the utility of epics. Cheetah being one of them, Captain Cole being another, Mr. Freeze, Black Canary. I'll do guys on those guys as well. But it's really, and I said this before in a video, A lot of these elites have one skill that they do very, very well, that if you're needing them in this little niche situation, they can work out. And I'll let you know what that is for Cheetah. So let's get to the video. And 3, 2. Oh wait, no. Check. Let's get over here first. All right, so. And 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Grandpa here, and this is a DC Worlds Collide video. In this video, first, let's have a little bit of fun, because I'm still, like I was saying in the chat, I'm still getting like the work day out of my body right now. I can feel all this tension up in my back. So like I'm still trying to shake that off. So let's have a fun question. So by this point, it's much more I want to say ubiquitous, but I don't know if that's even the word. For you guys, the intros to my videos. I did the Batman one that was kind of an homage to my old channel. Or not my old channel, but my old game. Plus Batman, my favorite hero. And then there was a Superman one, right? So you tell me in the comment section below, which one do you like more? Is it Supes? Is it Bats? Let me know. All right. And then there's going to be I'll try to do another fun thing. We'll see. So I just decided that I like Cheetah a lot more. You know why? Because her hair color is auburn. War Damn Eagle, if you know, you know. So anyway, Cheetah, bleed, action bar progress. That is the key. That is the key to this elite being like nice with it. Obtain energy. That might be something I even ignored and don't even realize. Her class is Her class is support, and her traits DP is blah, blah, blah. Agile. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. My brain's all over the place. Okay, so she keeps her eye, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read this, except I do like the notes. Like, you know the history, but I want the notes. And they only do the notes from, like, Batman and Nightwing. I guess that's because Bat Computer or whatever. But the Cheetah's over-targeting Wonder Woman also worries me. We need to watch Diana's back. You mean, like, when you set up the way to take out Wonder Woman in that, what was that animated movie? Where basically it was like Batman versus the Justice League, because somebody got all the secrets Batman had, to where he was like, I need to figure out how to take each one of the superheroes in the Justice League out, and he did it. He figured it out. Yeah, and then, no spoilers in case you haven't seen that movie, but it's a very, very sweet spoiler at the end for Batman, what he says to the Justice League. All right, so anyway, going back to Cheetah. Her affinities all linked up. So we got Manta, we got Gorilla Grodd, we have Captain Boomerang. So many captains. And then question, attack 6%, then attack for 2%, and then HP for 4%, attack HP for 2%, and then defense for 4%, respectively. So now we will hop into her skills. It's going to be pretty quick. She has no team synergies. And because she's elite, she only has 3 abilities. Additionally, they can only get up to rank 8. They can't get up any higher. You'll see that the gear I put on her isn't the greatest in the world. Part of that is because I was really using her for only one thing. The other part of it is I just don't feel comfortable putting like really, really good gear on an elite character right now when I have barely enough to put on my epics. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'll leave her here for now because she is only serving one purpose. However,
standby time turning off now.
Wow, my RoboVac just told me like, because you unplugged me, I'm going to sleep. Okay, fine. You ain't have to say it so aggressively. Anyway, so basically, if I had the gear, I think that there are these elites that I'm talking about. You could put that kind of gear on them, but because it's so scarce, she's good with this. I only want to use her for one thing, really, one ability, really. So I don't need this stuff per se. However, I will say this, a speed set on her would be nice. Her speed is at 208, and I think I just outfitted someone, can't remember who, with Star Sapphire. Just put a bunch of speed gear on her. Now, skill. Here we go. Pounces on an enemy, dealing physical damage equal to 85% of attack and adding 1 stack of bleed for 2 turns. The basic attack Cheetah Claw. That is up to 105 for me now. So she's not going to hit, her basic is not going to hit as hard as your typical epic. Some epics don't hit as hard like the tanks, and she is support. So, and then bleed, just so you guys are aware, make sure you remember it's different than other games. end of turn is when they get the damage. It's physical damage, 20% of attack, and then 10% is received to shields. HP is lower than 33%. It doubles. Bleeds, ignores shields, and deals damage directly to the HP bar. Now, on to Primal Instinct. Maybe this is the thing I didn't get. When attacking a target inflicted with bleed, there's a 50% chance of gaining 1 energy. I did not know that when I first read her kit. That is good. There's like 2 reasons I would have her on the field now. That's actually good. I like that. And then chance increases to 60%, and then it increases to 70%. If the target is inflicted with 4 stacks of bleeds or more, there is a chance of gaining an additional 1 energy. So like I could get 2 energy, 70% chance if I got 4 stacks of bleeds on them. And the first thing I thought of actually was Ocean Master. And I have this awesome video that I took last night of Ocean Master just basically doing a bunch of out of turn attacks on a mini boss. And I want to go back to his kit to revisit why those out of turn attacks came up. But running her with Damien, running her with Ocean Master, running her with, I'm trying to think of anyone else off the top of my head. Still learning. I don't have them all out. I don't think so. I was about to say Bizarro, but he's just doing burns and frostbite, and he freezes. So, yeah, there seems to be a lot of tunes that she could run with. As a matter of fact, here's a little cheat code that I'm going to do right now. We're going to go to Damien, and then we're going to go to his affinities, team synergies, and here, he need like a bleed? Nope, he only needs support. There's one where if they need bleed on their team, and I can't remember which one that is. I think Ocean Master needs block. I'm thinking on it real quick. If I can't be quick, then I'll just do it later. No, she only does poisons, right? Right. Yeah, only poison characters. There was one I just looked at. That's gonna bother me now. It's Two-Face. Because Two-Face does bleeds. Yeah, that's exactly where they are. So then the tunes that would run best with her are the ones that are going to be here because they're going to be one stacking bleeds. I got my Ocean Master, my Two-Face, and my Damien all squared away. I could probably run a bleed comp with them now. I haven't done anything with Croc or anyone else, and I don't have these others down here. Who is this? Okay. So maybe I will run a bleed comp that includes Cheetah and then another tank like Gorilla Grodd or something in Arena when I go try her out. So let's get back to Cheetah's kit. There she is. All right. So, and then on her path, this is the thing that I was using. This is her ultimate. I would put her at the beginning or second position if you're doing automatic ultimates. Let out a predatory roar, increasing progress on the action bar for all her allies by 20%. She also gains wild strength for 3 turns. Bleed she inflicts while in wild strength state is increased by 1 stack. So then the bleeds that she's putting down here, the 1 stack here, and this is the passive thing. So then she's going to be putting down 2 instead of 1 if she's in this wild strength mode. And then I just saw this down here. I didn't even pay attention. I need to hurry up and get her out. I can't rank her right now. I should have done it already. Progress on the action bar increases by 30% instead of 20% once you get up to rank 8, which is very easy to do with elites. Bleed inflicted by her allies while she's in wild state is increased by 1 stack. So she's also helping the others stack their bleeds. Yo, she's even better than I thought. Especially if I'm trying to run bleed comps. And I am at the point of the game, I even did the video that you guys have probably already seen, where I'm like studying the debuffs and trying to build teams around those debuffs. That is nice. I like that. So I'm going to try to run her on a bleed team. And I'm trying to think of the best way. It's still going to have to be Evil Falls. And what did we say those people were? Two-Face, Robin. Who was the other one? This is that terrible, terrible memory. Told you my brain is not here today. I am not with it. See, even going there. Ocean Master. Of course, Ocean Master. Of course, Ocean Master. Of course, Ocean Master. So let's get over here to Evil Falls. By the way, on Evil Falls, when they tell you, I got this to level 10. When they tell you follow the synergies up here, do that. I think it was George who told me that. Do that for real because it makes a huge difference. I was like stuck at level 8 and then I started following the synergy that included Ocean Master. I got to level 10. And my she is what? 1 million, and I think my top team is like 400k. So that stuff does matter. However, one thing that also matters is the fact that me getting distracted by how good her kit was, I forgot to maybe add some stuff to her kit, or to her that would make her work. So we're gonna go down here, but add her to level link. Burp. This though, man, I love level link so much. This though does make me hesitate in one way, only one way. I want to put a speed set on her, and I just did that with Star Sapphire. And there's this health crap, and that boosted her up to 226. If I remove this stuff, and I'm curious about this now, so I'm going to add all of Star Sapphire's stuff from her kit. We're going to do that right now. Can I do just, oh yeah, cool, bet. Oh, there's already a speed helmet here. We'll go ahead and add that in. That's fine. That is fine. We're going to take the shoulder off her, replace, and then hopefully there's no chest. So then hopefully by the time I get Star Sapphire up to, because here's the thing, I'm doing this permanently, meaning I want to leave this on her, and Star Sapphire is only rank 3 right now. So I do want this, I want her to be faster. The attack, the HP, I don't care if she survives. So let's just do this. We can do that. Is there any, there's an I'm really putting this gear on her. But her kit was nuts, and I do want to work with bleeds and stuff. Like, I'll be more likely to do this with her in terms of putting on and this is for my personal preference, putting gear that's this good on her than I would for Captain Cole or for Mr. Freeze, despite the fact that they are really good and very good at tanking. I like that utility a lot. So now she's up to 228. So that gave her another 20 on top. If we go back, I think, man, I've left her in a bad way. She's 206 now. Okay. All right. So now Cheetah will probably be the fastest one of the group. As a matter of fact, I'm checking this real quick. Nope, that ain't gonna get it. And then you can't do it that way. Okay, it would be nice to be able to filter on traits. It really, really would. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Evil Falls. Okay. Now we remove you guys. I'll slide you there for a second. For right now. Ocean Master stays, of course. Hey, where'd you go? I just said you stay. Damien over here. Two-Face over here. And then we want to put Cheetah up in the mix. We'll put Cheetah away from the front line because she won't live. Select this one. So this synergy that I'm doing right now, this team synergy, all deployed allies attack HP and defense plus 6% during battle increases bleed damage by enemies by 12%. Now we're not gonna get past this Superwoman. That's fine. Totally okay. But I want to see how this performs, and hopefully Ocean Master goes off again because that was cool when that happened. Now, as far as the tanks, I mean, he and Gorilla Grodd are my best tanks right now. I just put a bunch of block gear on Gorilla Grodd though, and I cannot remember. Gorilla Grodd does not lay down any kind of weaken, slow, armor break versus laying down poisons. Bizarro only does. Here we go. Come on, Bizarro. You needed to go ahead and do your video. Bizarro, frostbite and freeze, and the burn. That's not a burn. Oh wait, I already did Bizarro's video. That's how many videos I've been recording. Like this will be like my 27th or 28th. I did Bizarro's guide, I think yesterday. Man. All right, anyway. So let us, I think we're going to run with this. I'm tempted to put, I know I'm not going to win, but I'm tempted to put Two-Face in the front means that Penguin takes less damage. Two-Face in the back means that the back row does more damage. All right, whatever, we ball. So I kind of want to slow it down a little bit. Oh wait, and then of course, because I always do this, we're gonna go ahead and put you here. Try to get that action bar up really quickly. I think Penguin's ultimate is like one of the most useless in the game. I'm not bringing him for that. Okay. Now let's go. Let's see what happens. Okay. And then here is where you want to look. You want to check over here on this side. When she, oh, did you just freeze on me? LD player, did you just freeze on me? Like just straight up stopped? Of course you did. So I'm going to reset LD player and we'll be right back. Of course. How, homie, how? Whole thing froze. Restart. POS. Boy, oh boy. Yay. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. It's like, hey, so long as old buddy's tired, let's go ahead and make this stuff harder for him to do. It's fine. That's fine. It's fine. That's fine. It's fine. That's fine. Okay. I do wish you could do the previous levels of the Evil Falls folk. It feels like they let you beat the content once. There's a lot, but they let you beat it once and then it just falls away into the ether. And I feel like, at least for content creators, it is helpful to be able to go back and show people stuff. That's all. That's all. People want it builds anticipation. People want to see what's happening. They want to look forward to certain things in the game. They can't wait to get to that part of it. But what do I know? All right, so let's get back on in there. Let's see. Did it even save my squad or did it just? Yeah. So this arrow only does like between the evil folk. It does not do changing the level. Yeah, it won't let me change the level. All right, so we go to fight. Okay, at least a team. I don't have to rebuild again. So let's get back. And 3, 2, we're back. At least it stopped soonish. Another thing that I just realized is that putting Two-Face here gives an unrealistic expectation of what bleed damage is going to do for them in the back. Because I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this increased damage also applies to the bleeds. And actually, you know what? Let's do an experiment and find out. If we can try to see what happens or how much bleed damage is actually being taken, then maybe we can calculate if it's better or not. So she just took a turn and lost 246 off that first bleed and then wiped Ocean Master out. That was a great display for him. Nice. Yeah, so there's more. 8, 12. That's a lot of bleeds going up on that lady. 15, and I think the max is 15 that you can stack it to. So yeah, 15 max. And then that's 3,029 or whatever that just popped off of her. So the max on those bleeds was 3,000. And now she kills everybody. Okay, so the max bleeds, 15 stack of bleeds got you 3,000. Now let's go back and try this again with Zatanna, actually. That was the thing that I was thinking about, is that bleed damage does count as damage in the sense of Zatanna's passive. So what you'll see is that as the bleeds stack, they're not going to do as much damage because we don't have that team synergy from Two-Face. We're not going to let Zatanna really do anything. All you're going to see is that they're going to be healing after she takes her turn. So we start. It should be cool. I need someone slightly weaker than her right now. So there's the 1. We got 2 up. Just increased. So you saw over there on the action bar where they all moved. Ocean Master died real quick again. Yeah. They only have 2 bleeds up on her right now. 4. When her turn comes down, that's when we want to see the damage. Let's see how many bleeds went out. There's 10 right there. Bet. Damien put down. So now it's like 14. And she just decided to wreck Penguin. And she just lost 6,000 and something. That seems like a miscalculation. I guess also, because there was poison there too. I guess of course it depends on the which attack they're going by, and I assume it's the attack of the person who laid down the bleed, because it can't be the attack of Superwoman. She'd be dead, or not dead, but you see her bar like jolt all the way down. So that was something. Sorry, I gotta slow it down. But the thing is now, because we know this fight is gonna last all of 15 seconds, the slowdown is not gonna be as painstaking. Bye bye Ocean Master, as always. There's 210 that just went down off of her because of the Cheetah bleeds. Okay. So we're looking at 210. She'll come back around soon enough. Here comes Damien with some of his bleeds. Got her up to 14. Yeah, we're missing that one because of Two-Face. 4,756. So then maybe that last one was like not an ultimate, but a crit hit. So 4,756. No, but the crits look like that though. There's 15 bleeds stacked there. She is trying to wreck Robin's face. 14,000 on a critical bleeds hit. That is cool. That is cool. I like that a lot. And we're going to do one more little experiment here to see about that change in damage with Two-Face. Because then it seems as though you have additional bleed damage there from him. Oh, let's get you out of here, Zatanna. Just so we fully understand who is best to work with, Cheetah and other bleed teams. I mean, this is experimenting for me to build a bleed team as well. So we go here, and then this is bleed damage taken by enemies by 12%. That's increased. We're going to select that. Cool. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to keep an eye out for it. And actually, let's try for her first one right after. So, like, there's the bleed already. She has 2. She cracks the whip. It was like 400, 246. So it looks like it was right around the same area, like an increase of 12%. Looks like it's about in that area. Okay. I would love to see a crit bleed like on 15 stacks. That's what I want to see. Her turn's coming up after Penguins here. So let's see. She's going to do a graphic that's going to block it. 6,174. That wasn't critical though. Okay. So she's going to get her other turn after she wrecks Robin's face. We don't get a critical shot here, then we're just going to have to let it ride. All right, boo. 3,429. How is it that her bleed damage was less with Two-Face on the squad? That said crit. I guess that she laid down more bleeds than like Damien. And since her attack is lower than Damien's, or Ocean Master never got a shot, or Two-Face, then, well, no, Two-Face wasn't on the last squad, so it had to be between her and Damien's bleeds. Her attack is less. she put out more bleeds than he did, so the attack is lower. The bleed damage is lower. I guess that's what happened there. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Cheetah's definitely a recommended tune, especially with her passive now. I'm going to be working with her a lot today because I did not realize that a lot of her, like that second ability, her passive ability, I didn't realize it was that good. So I'm going to be working with her a lot more. So thank you guys for watching all the way through. See you next time. Okay, yeah, that was unexpected. I didn't expect Cheetah to do that. I really want to understand why. I wasn't crazy. I saw what I saw, right? Like, hopefully somebody in the comment section, like, checks me on it whenever I publish this video. Because that seemed nuts. Not hoping it's a mistake. That'd be great if it did do that. And then we can do Scarecrow and talk about poisons because I'm trying to build a poison team as well. Man, it comes together, doesn't it? All right. So, how do I even want to start this off? Wait, wasn't he a psychiatrist as well? All right. And 3, 2. As a person I just finished a master's in psychology. I'm starting to realize that Batman really attacked the mental health community. So Harley Quinn was a psychologist. She becomes a Joker's girlfriend. Scarecrow was also a psychiatrist, I believe, right? Arkham Asylum, they had that doctor, whoever his face was, who was worse than most of the villains in there. I feel like whoever was writing for Batman around this time when they were creating these characters had a really, really negative opinion about like the mental health care system. Let's get to the video. All right. There you go, Scarecrow. Okay, so here we come back in 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Gravity here, and this is a DC Worlds Collide video. In this video, he is a psychologist. I said psychiatrist, I misspoke, I'm sorry. He is a psychologist. However, if he's dealing with medicine a lot, shouldn't he be a psychiatrist? All right, whatever. So, in any case, this really makes me, hold up. Okay. All right, I'm sorry. Where's Harley Quinn? These are the tangents I will go on. Where's Harley Quinn? Okay, so was she former Dr. Harley Quinn Zale, but they don't really, did I just say Quinn Zale? That was so, I'm disappointed in myself. Yep, she was a psychologist as well, not a psychiatrist. Which, I mean, that comes out in the cartoon, but you never know because people confuse those terms all the time. They really be dumping on psychology off in this book. Batman, you were the first one who needed a psychologist, bro. You went through some trauma, kid. And you just out here kicking psychologists' asses. Maybe you had a really bad one and you were like, you were supposed to fix me, and then I became Batman. So that didn't work. Anyway, so Scarecrow. Let's get back to him. He is an area of effect and poison. I think that Scarecrow is one of those elites that you can invest in because of his poison mechanic and how he will really just do a lot of debuffs out in the beginning. And if you're trying to build like a poison, which I am, I'm going to try to build a poison team as well. I'm trying to build a bleeds team, poison team. Those are the first two I'm going for. The burn team is really just Bizarro, Starfire, and Superboy. Those are the only ones that can really go through it. And actually, there's a similar situation with Poison. But anyway, so I think you can invest in him because he does. And I said this about Cheetah, and maybe I was wrong. I was saying it about Captain Cold as well, and maybe I was wrong. I felt like the Elites only did one thing really, really well, and the Epics did multiple things really, really well. But it turned out Cheetah had two things in her kit, three really, that were awesome. I loved them. And the only thing that's drawing back from her and maybe even Scarecrow is the fact that there's a limitation of how much you can level them up. They can only go up to rank 8. They're only going to have 3 abilities. So there's a definite cap on their abilities, but it seems as though those abilities can be pretty awesome. Class, tactical, and then trait is I can't even DPS, damage dealer. So let's go ahead and get to bio. I'm gonna do bio. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Batman, Scarecrows, and my thinking are similar in some ways. What? We both use fear, but we've taken different paths. In addition to fear toxin, his research into psychology of fear. Okay, yeah, if he's researching the psychology of fear, then I was wrong. That's right. That is what he was doing. Okay. Should be taken seriously because the mind is more dangerous than any physical weapon. That is actually kind of prophetic. That is true, man. That is true. Okay, so we'll go down to his affinities. Characters that affinities. So with Clayface, who someone asked me to do a video on, I haven't got to him yet. He's not leveled or ranked at all. Attack 4%, HP 2%, and then for Black Canary and Batgirl, it is attack 4%, HP 4%. So, and now we're going straight up into his kit. Now, bear in mind, I do have him already rank 8, and that is the max. I cannot rank him up anymore. He is at his maximum. He can only go up to level 220. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. So yeah. Basic attack, Toxic Shock. Charges towards an enemy and stabs the enemy with the needles in his hands, dealing physical damage of 75% for the attack, which we don't care about. We want this poison for 3 turns. And it goes up to 85 and 95%. Just so you know, at the end of at the end of turn, poison, the superpower damage to 20% of attack decreases healing received by 10%, max 15 stacks. So you're gonna deal superpower damage 20%, equal to 20% of your attack, and then decrease healing received by 10%. So 20% of this would be 1,800, right? Well, damn near 2,000. More like, 1,900 and some change. So, okay. I mean, that's good if it's happening passively and it's just out there and it's just damage over time. I stay using that ever since what's his name said dot. Sorry. Now, his passive. Spreads fear gas at the start of battle. Don't have to do anything. He does that. Adding 1 stack of poison to all enemies that last until the end of battle. So that stays with you. That's yours. Keep that. When turn 2 ends, spreads fear gas again. Add another stack of poison. And then in the 3rd turn, do it again. Another stack of poison. So by the end of 3 turns, they should have at least 3 poisons from Scarecrow. And then his ultimate slashes at all enemies, dealing superpower damage equal to 80% of the attack. We don't care. For each stack of poison on the enemy, there is a 35% chance of gaining another stack of poison for 3 turns. That damage increases up to 120, 100, 120. And then this is a description of poison. So there is his kit. Now I will go back because there is a synergy with Poison Ivy, who I just did her guide yesterday. And so I am interested in using her a lot. All deployed allies attack HP defense plus 6% during battle, increases poison damage taken by enemies by 12%. Now there was a funky thing that happened when I tried to do this, because Two-Face has a similar thing where he, if you have bleeds, then the damage by bleeds increases by 12%. It did not appear to be quote unquote working, but if you take into account who's laying down the poison and their attack, then it's going to be reflective of that. So, when Cheetah's laying down poisons versus this thing just froze again. I'm going to finish this statement. When Cheetah lays down poisons versus when Damien does, Damien's poisons are gonna, or Damien's bleeds are gonna be more damaging than Cheetah's because he has a higher attack, right? So it's gonna be a similar situation here. When you lay down poisons with Scarecrow, they're not gonna be as powerful as they are from Penguin or from Poison Ivy. So I gotta reset LD Player because LD Player sucks. This is why I didn't want to use this thing. But also, Windows Phone Link sucks. So I'm stuck. I'll be right back. Man, what is up with this? LD Player was doing just fine, and then the second I got comfortable using it, it's freezing every 30 minutes. What are we doing, folks? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Actually, should I close this? No, it's fine. I'll leave it up. I think I already have the video scheduled that are coming out tomorrow. So that should be fine. Yo. Here we go. All right. There was a reason we were here. And 3, 2, we're back. All right. So basically, what I'm using this as a little cheat sheet because hers activates with that, and it is just as few as with bleeds, if not less. With bleeds, I could at least put out 4 people. This one has literally 3. So my poison team is complete. Yay. All right. So anyway, so I can run Scarecrow with these 3 people. Poison Ivy, Penguin, and Scarecrow. Wow. All right. So what we're going to do is take it into the multiverse, run it. This is going to be a shorter video. I can already, well, I say that, and then I'll end up talking for 40 minutes on a random tangent. So let's go ahead and remove dim. And I think this is how I had it set up in my arena because I realized that there were 3 poisoners, and then I substituted the rest for bleeds, I think, or it was the other way around where I put out the bleed folks, and then I substituted them for, and then I used the rest for, I used a poison. I think I used Poison Ivy and Penguin. So it's like a poison / bleed team. All right, so I guess what we're gonna do is we'll add out there. Ooh, I just remembered. Gorilla Grodd would go great with Cheetah because Gorilla Grodd rewinds the action meter of the enemy and Cheetah increases the action meter of the allies. That would have been nice to put in the Cheetah video. Yup. Anyway, so you know what? And since we said that, why not? Why not? Let's see if that works here. Where are you at, Cheetah? That's fine. I'm leaving you in level link. You proved to me that you were worthy until Star Sapphire gets better. So we're going to put you here because you increase our speed, which will get around to Scarecrow's turn faster. We want you to lay down stuff. You can be in the back row. We want you to reduce the turn meter of Superwoman, which makes us faster again. And he's already at the beginning of battle. He's laying down those poisons. We're so weak, I don't even know if we're going to get to a second turn, but let's see if we can make this happen. And then her synergy that's already selected, so we're good to go. Let's see, and I'm going to try to look out for this poison damage as I always do. All right. So then Cheetah goes out. There's poison already from Scarecrow. There's bleeds. Superwoman's going to have her turn. There goes the poison and the bleed damage. I missed it. Oops. Poison Ivy's already gone. But so 2 poisons out there. Batmobile. Okay. So now gotta be careful to watch for poison, not for bleed. Okay. Oh, yep, and we reduced the turn meter. That's what I was wanting before. We reduced the turn meter. We're using the ultimate now. That actually got the result that I wanted from Gorilla Grodd and from and he's gonna put more. Oh, the poisons fell off when he did his ultimate. I thought it's, oh no, that's because there's all these poisons. There's so much stuff over here that, let's see. There's so much stuff over there that they had to give you like a little the dots. All right, so there's the poison. 491. For 9 poisons. It was the same thing with the bleeds, kind of, and I think that is where, to be fair, his gear's crap. And if it's based off of attack, I need to put him in some decent attack gear. However, what you just saw made me very happy because at the same time while laying down poisons and bleeds, I was pushing my team forward with Cheetah and then pushing Superwoman back with Gorilla Grodd. So I'm right. Where should I be? Whatever, dog. So I think that actually worked out well. Let's go ahead and go into Arena one time just to show you the team I have built. And maybe I'll even amend it. I'll do it in Elite Arena. That's the one where I feel like Elite Arena, I'm in Diamond 3. When did that happen? I feel like Elite Arena is the one that I want to work in the most. No, I did not mean to challenge. But I can't back out now. I'm committed. But yeah, you'll see. There's my bleed team. We're just going to skip through these and lose these battles. Oh, I won? It would have been nice to see how that win went. I thought I was going to lose. Okay, so real quick, we'll get through this. Oh, I lost overall. That's better. Okay. So I'm going to amend my team here. I like, because Scarecrow was already there. Scarecrow's there for the poison. You have Poison Ivy here. You have Penguin here. And this is all poison based. I didn't do bleeds based, which makes me wonder why I have Two-Face here. I mean, Two-Face is here to help reduce the damage for Penguin. That works. But now I'm trying to find a spot for Cheetah and Gorilla Grodd. So theoretically, if Two-Face is just there to reduce damage, let's just do another tank. We're not using his team synergy anyway, and then we can go ahead and put Cheetah in over here. We'll rearrange the ultimates so that she goes, then he goes. He's already putting out poison, so you can drop one back. I really don't want Penguin to do anything. But let me check Penguin's ultimate because maybe he wasn't performing with the teams that I wanted him to in a way that I wanted because he wasn't running with poisoners. Summon birds, attack enemies in the back row, dealing damage and healing himself. Yeah, so, oh yeah, that's why I wanted him to be rank 7. For each stack of poison on the enemy, healing effects increase by 10% up to 10 stacks. So this can still be later on in the match because it's about healing him up. That doesn't do extra damage. It keeps him alive. So I'm fine with that. So then the ultimates go like that. All right, cool. Confirm. So now I will go back into Elite Arena and challenge somebody. Oh, they dropped me down to Platinum 1 already because I lost that one thing. Y'all, come on now. All right, so this team is terrible for us. This might actually make me rearrange the elite order, like where the team is. So a bunch of poisons go out. There's some bleeds. 3 poisons over here. Yay, we love that. More poison. Now the overall thing is, and maybe I'm not set up for this, is we want this damage over time to devastate you, especially if you got Constantine in your crew, because he's making you take 15% of your health anyway. So we increase our speed, and then I think Gorilla Grodd goes next, and we decrease theirs. And then as they get their turns, They will have poison and bleeds on them. And then Constantine will also be reducing their health by 15%. So see all of them jump back a little bit. Go ahead and let her do her thing. Bet. And then when you guys get your turns, oh, there's more poison going out. When you guys get your turns, you'll lose based off of poison. There we go. Boom. And based off of your homie back here, Constantine. So I do not know. Let's go ahead and pop that up a little bit. I do not know. Oh, and he also does this thing where he collects your damage. Are we strong enough to put up with this? Right? Are we strong enough to let them kill themselves on poison? Are we tanky enough, I guess is the better way to put it. So he's adding more poisons. We got like 6, 7, 6, and 7 poisons, and there's 4 on Black Canary. I'm not disappointed so far. Let's be real. Now Black Canary heals because you need a healer on the team with Constantine. So of course, what's up next? Is that Cheetah coming up to give us more speed? And then we're gonna jump ahead of the gang. Yup. And then we're all hitting it at once. Boom. Knock them back some more. Yes. Love that. Yo. Okay. I do not know if we'll win this, but I like the way this team is working a lot. I mean, a lot. It may, Gorilla Grodd and Scarecrow went down. Yeah. Okay, so cool. It's fine. I like the way the team works. I feel like I found something I can work with. Like maybe a couple minor changes here and there, upgrading gear, stuff like that. But that felt good. Or maybe, we won that? Yo. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. I told you Constantine was murdering his own team. I told y'all in 2 videos. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Thank you for watching all the way through. See you next time. That was nice. That was nice, bro. That made me feel better. It's funny how these stupid games can make you feel better. Like take the weight off the day off of you a little bit. Turn off your, or thinking another way. I won't say turn off your brain. See, and then I lost the overall battle, but I won that one that mattered. Okay, cool. I like that team. I need to work more on that. I really want to work more on that. Okay. I feel like, okay, so take Cheetah up to rank 8. That's her max. I can put more gear on her, and I'll keep the speed gear on her. Actually, what I should be doing is putting better gear on Scarecrow. Cheetah may need more attack, and Scarecrow. So, okay. Cheetah may need more attack, or Cheetah may need anything. Cheetah has no things right now. She has speed and then attack. Okay, so I'm confusing her with Scarecrow, who has no things. He has no things. Let's see if there's anything in my gear. An attack helmet would be nice. I'd even go for speed at this point. I'm debating speed. It feels like speed is not the best set, but I like getting my turns around quick. I mean, what else can I say? What more can I say? Oh, that's not okay. That's not important. All right, so Scarecrow. I think I want him in attack over HP, but I already got all the attack filled out. And I don't see any other kind of gear that's speaking to my spirit. Is there anything here? I have, where did this come from? I feel like that's too good of a piece to give to him. Who did I replace that on? Oh, I think I took that off Grodd and put a block set on him. because I was curious about. I think this block piece also had a defense on it. It had block on it, and so it was like, if I have block plus block, isn't that good for a tank? Make them even harder to kill. This health piece though, I need to figure out where that goes. I don't want that on him. I don't think. Do I have? I do have an attack shoulder. Okay. I'm thinking. I got another health piece here, but I feel like that should only be going on epics. Is there any HP benefit for him? I don't think so. All right. Nope. No. There's an attack piece here. I mean, if I'm really gonna build this poison team, I don't think I need. And then I can always take it off later. If I find it and I'm like trying to rearrange stuff, I can always take it off later. I'm tripping. And does he only have? He only has that. I mean, Obi. Angreifer, you're so disrespectful. Let's add that to it. Although these things can have different traits, right? Like this one has attack. This one has attack on it too. I'd rather have the attack one on him. Yo, this really has me thinking. If anybody else, nobody else has health, so that means I didn't think anybody really needed the health. Two-Face attack. I want to keep him in attack, even if it's common. And then nobody. Okay, I have an attack piece on Poison Ivy. Oh, and this health piece needs to go on to Black Canary. That's what that is. That's who needs that, is Black Canary. Or even Bizarro, because he's a tank as well. Okay, yeah, I can't do that. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do right now is put that piece on Bizarro, so I don't forget. Damn, I thought I had something there. Bizarro has no gear either. I need to take care of Bizarro as well. As I'm starting to elevate him. Replace. Okay. So at least that for him. For the Bizarre Man. Okay, cool. Alright, I need to figure out. Scarecrow is on the list of priorities for me. Seeing as how I want to build that niche Poison Bleeds team. I want it to be strong. So. He's not healing at all. Okay. That looks like. Well, I mean, I can at least replace this so that it's not green. And actually, let me double check and see if that should have gone on Bizarro. Yeah, that should have gone on Bizarro. As soon as I give it to him, I take it away. Sorry. Replace. All right, so. But he will have that, at least a blue health piece. Okay. And nothing else. Well, didn't I find? Okay, no, you didn't. All right, and then this one is granting attack. I'd rather have HP. Honestly, I'd rather have defense. I'd rather have HP on that. Yep, I'd rather have HP on that. Okay. So I still got a lot of work to do with the gears and stuff. I gotta find as much gear as I get. It feels like I'm still short on a lot of stuff. Okay, so I have done Scarecrow, Cheetah. I was thinking about finishing Digital Dimension. However, at the same time, if I'm already doing the kits, why wouldn't I just go ahead and do the Mr. Freeze then too? I think I'm gonna do Mr. Freeze then too, and then just call it a day. Let's do that. He's not a psychologist though, so they're off brand right now. Batman universe. Okay. Ooh, I just saw something that said heal on it. So, and this gear needs to be amended. Yay. All right, so what we're going to do is start recording. Yeah. All right, so. And 3, 2. I gotta admit, I don't like Mohawk Mr. Freeze. I like Baldy Mr. Freeze. What's up with the Mohawk? Let's get to the video. And 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Grabby here, and this is a DC Worlds Collide video. In this video, I'm gonna go over one of, I think this is second to last, elite that I'm gonna cover in like the near future. The next one will be Black Canary if I can get her up. In fact, what I may do is this will be the next one for a while because I'm gonna wait till I can get Black Canary up to rank 8. I did Cheetahs at rank 7, so I was okay with it. But I want Black Canary to be up to rank 8 because in order for these elites, they're already falling short of what the epics do at rank 6 when they get up to rank 8, right? So, or even rank 5 epics. So in order for it to be them to even be close to that playing field, then they need to be rank 8. He'll be the last lead I do for a while until I can get Black Canary up, and then Black Canary will be the next one. And then maybe Clayface, because someone did request that. But it might be a while. I'm sorry, bro. So, heal, which I did not realize, Frostbite, Cleanse, and Freeze. Now, I've already gone over the Bleed and Poison team that I'm creating. I'm leaning more towards Poison with Bleeds in the background. Now, I know Frostbite. I haven't actively started trying to build a team around it. And I think it could be good, but who knows? Also, when I read this first, I thought it said Google, and I was like, were they really about to say Mr. Freeze was a Google employee? I was really like, did they change his history that much? Come on now. All right, anyway, let's get to his kit. Affinities first. So he is going to have HP 2%, defense 4% because of Penguin. Then you have attack and defense plus 2%, and then HP plus 4% because of Poison Ivy and Batgirl. Now I have craptastic gear on him because elite. I was only using him in like special situations, and that was earlier in the game, and they've fallen off, of course, because they can't keep up. But part of them not being able to keep up was that I had trash gear on him. So Freeze Beam fires his cold gun at the enemy, dealing physical damage equal to 85% of attack, adding 1 stack of Frostbite, and this is all the way up from 85 to 95 to 105 as you level and rank them up. Frostbite deals physical damage equal to 15% of attack for each stack of Frostbite when added. Max 10. So this works a little bit differently, and I want to be sure that I have it correct. So when I go play test it, I got to pay extra attention. But it seems as though when he lays down the Frostbite, that's when the damage happens. So it's going to be you lay down the first frostbite, and you get 15% damage there. And then when the second one comes, you're going to get 30%. And then when the third one comes, 40%. You know what I mean? It just stacks like that. So the more frostbite you have, the more frostbite you become, more frostbitten you are. Sure, that's English. So yeah, I kind of like that mechanic. It makes me feel as though, and this actually happened, this is what I'm doing with poisons anyway, you need to fill the team with those who lay down frostbite, and it seems like you could do a good bit of damage off that, just off rip. Now, passive. At the start of a turn, heals himself for 5% of his max HP. Healed amount is doubled when proportion is below 40%. So at the start of a turn, remember, this is what I always forget. They use the word turn differently. For me, it is that character's turn. So you say at the start of a turn, and there's 5 characters, there's 5 turns per round. For them, a turn is a round. So that means after all of the characters have taken their turn, or mostly, and that ticker comes down, then he's going to heal himself for 5%. Okay. And then skill level, as I go up for rank and level. When taking damage that lowers his HP proportion below 35%, he will grant himself a frozen coffin that lasts for 2 turns. This can only be triggered once in battle. And we'll talk about frozen coffin in a minute. Healed amount increases to 7%. Oh, so it's from 5 to 7. I was like, all right. Still not a lot, but I mean, I guess it's better than 0. His ultimate, Sub-Zero Solace. Heals the front row of allies with the lowest proportion of HP, 4 HP equal to 20% of max health, of his max health, I assume. Which is why I was just thinking, like, I saw the HP thing in the character files, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have him in some HP gear. Also protects them within a frozen coffin, making them unable to take actions and granting them 75% damage reduction. That's damage red. What? For 2 turns. So their damage that they receive is gonna be reduced by 75%. Whenever the ally inside the frozen coffin is attacked, there's a 100% chance to heal them for 3% of their max HP. That's nice. And add 1 stack of frostbite to the attacker. That's very nice. Healed amount when cast increases to 25% and cleanses 1 type of debuff. So then it was 20%. Now it goes up 25%, and then it's cleansing 1 debuff. So I mean, that's good. It's good. So now we need to put the other frostbite tunes with him. The problem is who is the frostbite epic that will let me know who these other frostbite folks is? Because that is my little cheat sheet that I've been using lately, and I can't find the person that would do that. And they don't show you the characters that are out. So I know it will be Mr. Freeze. I think Captain Cold does have frostbite in his kit. Yep, there's frostbite there. Bizarro, I believe, there's no way he has a team synergy. Okay. I think he also gives out frostbite, so there goes our tank. So then it could possibly be like building a frostbite burns team, which would be funny. That would be funny. He does burn already. Poison. No other frostbite folks up in camp. Nope. And a whole bunch of noobs. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go into Evil Falls first because I want to see it. I like to see it. And let's see if I build this team properly. And let's change the view. Tired of looking at Superwoman. Alright, so we're gonna snap you off, you, and you. We're going to put in Freeze and Captain Cole. Captain Cole also provides shields to the front ally. So they can be pretty frustrating. And then I'm adding another tank in Bizarro. That is 3 tanks. So that's basically, we can let this frostbite hurt you a lot. And now that I think about it, if Bizarro is the tank and you hit, if you hit the ice coffin or whatever it's called, cacophon, that Mr. Freeze puts out, and you hit frostbite, you hit it and you get frostbite back. Doesn't that mean you're getting damage back too? And that's going to be based on how many frostbites are on you. That is good. No lie, that is good. I'm going to make and let's see if this can work. Because the other thing I was thinking is put Two-Face in here up front with Mr. Freeze, and that'll help his survivability. We're not going to think about that right now though, because what we're going to do is put in Superboy, which already activates Superboy's team synergy, but we don't want that. We'll put Star Sapphire in as well. They lay down burn, and then they detonate the burns on the 4th go. So that's good damage for us. Now, I'm going to put Bizarro up first because Captain Cold on his attack, or is it his ultimate? He puts out shields for the front row allies. So I think it works that both of them will get a shield from Captain Cold. And then if anything falls below, he's going to put a flower on the character with the highest HP. I assumed it was a character that's other than himself, but maybe he does it to himself and puts a flower on top of his head. Then if he ever gets put in the ice coffin, healed, all that other stuff, frostbite, all that good jazz. Ultimate wise, if we want to be jerks, we just go all defense first, right? What are we doing here? Let's go back to the lineup. What are we opening with? Just real quick again. Each adding a stack of frostbite. So he's adding enemies 3 times, each adding a stack of frost. So he's getting a lot of frostbite out there to begin with on his ultimate. And then I think this is just the shielding. Yeah, shield to front row allies. And then one more time for Mr. Freeze. Heals the front row ally with the lowest proportion, blah, 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 and then protects him in the frozen coffin. Okay, so that might end up being him. I should have amended his gear before I came into this, but here we are. Born to the kings, we're the princes of the universe. Anybody remember that TV show? And you thought I wasn't a nerd. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this, homie. So ultimates. Let's go ahead and get as much frostbite out there as we possibly can. Freeze, put him in an ice coffin or yourself, and then as you get hit, we're gonna do more damage, shielding up, and then they can do their burn thing later. This is more about the ice kids. So yeah, boop, boop. So I want to see frostbite. Also, he puts it on. So that fits. That's fine. It's an epic, and immediately Captain Cole falls. Let's put out some frostbite though. Boom. So I want to see this frostbite damage. He's gonna do his base. Boop, boop. Oh, don't kill him that fast. You killed him too fast, lady. All right, well, I'll just watch her attack him and then look for frostbite damage when he does this thing again. Jeez, he might not even get a chance to. I may have to just do them straight arena. Because the way frostbite works, it seems as though, at least the way I'm trying to set it up, we need to be able to take out a little bit of damage. We need to be able to take out take a little bit of some hits. Oh, look at Starfire still sticking around. Yeah, we don't care. All right, so I think I have to take him directly into arena and then try that team out. Because, yeah, they have to be able to take some damage. Now let's just do regular arena because I don't want to mess up those teams there. Challenge accepted. We'll go for the smaller team since I am using elites. I do not know if this is gonna work, so we'll have to see. Bye. So then we come back over here and yeah, let's just go and put them out there first since they're there. Bet. All right, so now, is that how I wanted it to? Yeah, they're in the back, he's in the front. Ice coffin, all up in the biz. You go put your frostbite out. You go ahead and put an ice coffin on somebody. You put out shields. I may have to legitimately go amend. And I didn't even check who the other team was. I may have to go back and amend the gear on Mr. Freeze. So let's see. We got some defense downs, attack downs, all that goodness. Let's go ahead and get an ultimate from. There's frostbite one time. So there was frostbite damage right there. That looked like 1400. It's going to be hard to really judge on these numbers because now I don't have a real basis of comparison. At least for today, I had a basis for like Superwoman. But because this didn't work the way it can't work in Evil Falls like that. Let's see. There's burn damage. There was an explosion there. Oh, there's another frostbite damage. More frostbite damage. That seems to be doing well, actually. So I like frostbite. I do. And the damage increases for each one that's stacked on them. And I don't know. I think it says for a limited number of turns. Or does frostbite last to the end of battle? So yeah, you hit me, Batman. Oh, you got frostbite on him. Hit me again. Boop, boop. There's your frostbite damage right there for hitting me, bro. I like it. So I'm going to work more on this team. Thank you guys for watching. I do like this team a lot. I'm discovering that the epics that are running, I like them a lot. I do. They have their limitations, but they can be useful in the right circumstances. And right now, I think, boom, that I'm vibing on. And now he's going to lay down a bunch of frostbites as well, and this is going to give a bunch of extra damage to the person you just hit in the back. Ice Coffin again on Bizarro. Shields up by Captain Cole. I like this team. I like this team a lot. This might go into my bang, 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 bang. Batman hits. Heat vision, boom. He just took 5,375 damage for laying down his beams. We hit him again and do double damage because of frostbite. This might actually end up replacing one of my and then the burns are gonna do burn damage too. Look at the burn and the frostbite damage. That's nice. That's nice. Yo, I like all the extra damage to Batman. So they really go strong. I like this team a lot, man. I like this team a lot. All right. Anyway, sorry. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I got a frostbite team now, or at least I'm working on it. See you guys next time. Yo, for real. I like this a lot. I like this a whole lot. So then the next step is I need to put, this is the problem with liking a lot of characters. You gotta put gear on them. And what's that? I have to rob Peter to pay Paul? Is that what this is boiling down to? I think I'm gonna look at his gear real quick and then I'm gonna stop the stream. Because I'm gonna go sit down somewhere and I'm gonna work on their gear. Like, it's a nice little sit on my balcony with an adult beverage and work on them. So let's go to Freeze. Mr. Freeze. You were played by an Austrian bodybuilder, Mr. Freeze, who later became a governor. Only in America. Replays. So he's doing a lot of healing with HP. I can understand now why I was trying to put HP sets on him. Okay. Not a thing. Not a thing. At least I got an HP chest plate for homie. Like, really though? Alright, so this is the thing. It seems weird for me to try to build up elite characters. However, if I'm able to build these teams the way that I want and they serve their purpose, part of me is like, why not do that? Yo, I got no gear. This is what I get for ranking up my gear before the video. Because I got impatient. I was saving all my resources and stuff, but then I get impatient on the gear and now I'm screwed on the gear. Man, what is we doing? Okay, let me go back here real quick, and I think I've already done my shopping for the day. I think I've already done all my shopping for the day. I don't think I'm getting anything else. Yeah, we can grab you. I don't want to pay that for, I don't pay for anything, actually, that's like that. We got block. We have attack. Wasn't I just complaining about attack? And somebody explained this price point to me. Yeah, I can never have enough attack, right? Who needs this? Who needs this? You could put a block set on. Okay. That was an impulse purchase. You can't put a block set on them. You can't do. Okay. I'm not blowing any of that. None of that. Sold out. None of that. And then this is just all rando crap that I can't use. I should get these. Should, but I'm having a hard time. This only refreshes every month? Are y'all joking then? So me spending, how much of this do I got left? I own 15. So I could farm this here. Do I need, okay. I gotta check one other thing too real quick. No. This is Raven? Raven's falling off my roster big time and I don't have anything with him. No, let's wait. Let's save it. Let's save it. Let's save it. Let's save it. Okay. I need to check. I don't think this is the case for that fusion. Yeah, no, it is. I need. So I like Grodd. And I know old buddy, I can't remember the other dude, told me to just focus on getting Lex now. Focus on getting Lex now and then everything else later. Because he is, and he coming in 5. He's coming in rank 5. Okay, I'm going to have to think about that. Because what I did to get Grodd was I just used that whole like 30% thing. And if you do that, you will get them. It's not even a thing. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to sit around and figure out what the hell to do with these. You know what? Let's let that come to me. And I'm going to focus on getting the gear and then clearing 1730. Because 1730 has been a pain in my booty for this entire time. We're going to reverse you so I can see what I'm looking at. We should be able to have preset teams. I don't have to try to remember and rebuild everything. And plus the frostbite team is not lasting against this. I wish they'd let you know like the stats on this guy. All right, a tank character has death immunity and is good at adding burn. I mean, okay, yeah, but stats, bro. All right, I'm gonna go play this. I'm gonna sit on my balcony. I'm gonna go play this. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you.